This is Mo Mackey, and you're watching another episode of Studio Time. Today, we'll be talking about ways to be more productive with your independent hustle. Let's get it. So today I'd like to talk about a productive tool that we're using to be more productive. Because as you know, things can get a little bit crazy, especially if you're not doing, the music thing full time. You got a job, you're also doing that. You may have kids, you may got a wife, there's all kinds of things that you're trying to juggle in life. And it's always easy if you have a tool to help you to remember at what point you left off of a project or where you're at. And in this particular case, we're using Jira to do just that. They've just came out with a app for your phone and for your iPad, and also for the computer as well. And it's a web-based app. So whatever you do on, the computer or whatever, you can get right back to it where you left off of on your phone or maybe your iPad. So let me pull it up and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So here's a program we use called Jira. As you see all these different blocks or different blocks that you could create for whatever project that you have going on. So we'll go to the last Greyhound to Oklahoma, which happens to be the album that I'm currently working on. Let's say, for instance, I have, a bunch of different projects that I'm working on, my project, a few other guys that I'm working on. I would create a board for each one of those guys. This one happens to be mine. So in this board, you have these different issues that you create. And you could change these to whatever you want. Me, I like to start from the beginning, which for me is always production because I produce most of the tracks that are on my album. But even if I didn't, and for instance, on this particular album, there's some tracks that are produced by other producers. I would still add them in here and give like a little description of who produced it, what the BPMs were of the particular track, and also what key that the song was in. And I can add little notes here. So let's say, for instance, I'll move this block over. So if this was actually in production and I'll click on it, then it would have the name of the song here, my name, Joey Hustle, featuring whoever it's featuring. And this particular one is 316 and No Flame, the tempo of the track, and then the song key. And then I can have my comments over here. Like, say, for instance, if I was co-producing this song with another producer, then I can add him on to this board and let him know where I left off on. Like, I added keys here in this key, or, saxophones here, or say I want to say on the hook, please add like a saxophone or a vocal sample. Then I would just fill out that information there, and then I would add him, like at O'Flame or whoever, and they would get the information and they could move on from there. So it kind of eliminates the back and forth of emails. Everything is just handled right here. So then once that task is done, then I just move it on from production to production gain stage. And that's when it comes to me. And I pretty much just generically gain stage all of the music to get it ready for recording vocals on. Once that's done, then I move it on to writing. And that's when I'll send it out to whoever needs to write to it. Say, for instance, in this one, it'd be is 316 and O'Flame. I would send it to them, at them, give them any comments that, the verse is 16 bars or 12 bars or 8 bars, or here's the subject matter we're talking on, blah, blah, blah. Once everybody's done writing. And then also you can have in the comments, once somebody's done, O'Flame is done with a 16, waiting on is 316, or the other way around, vice versa, however it goes. So then once all of that is done, then we'll take it from writing to recording vocals, which is actually where this one was. Once everybody lays their vocals, you'll do the same thing, give comments. And then once record vocals is done, then you move it on to editing, which everybody will send it to me so that I can do all the editing as far as the different song files are concerned. Same process. Once that's done, then it goes over into the mix window for me to do the mix. And once that's complete, it'll go to the master window for me to do the mastering, or whoever to do mastering. Once the mastering is complete, then we'll send it over here to the last stage, or second to last stage, create MP3 and WAV files. And then from there, we send it to the last stage, which is complete. And then you're done. And then you use this little knob right here, or scroll bar right here to scroll left and right. It is a great way to keep updated on where you last left off, especially with projects like this, because this one I believe is 11 songs. So in working all of those songs, you're not necessarily doing them in order. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you're waiting on guys to send you back their verses. That could be from anywhere from a week to 3 weeks. So you kind of get lost in where you were at, or where you were at in the mix, or even if you started the mix yet, anywhere in the process. And this just kind of helps you keep focused on where you last left off. It's a whole lot easier than trying to keep notes and going through emails and all of that stuff. Everything is just right here on this board. Once you're done with one issue, you pass it on to the next issue. Everybody is aware of what's going on. So, there's no room for error. So I hope I shared some valuable information that can help you guys in your business, even if it isn't the music business and it's something totally different. This could help for a lot of different things. This is Mo Mackey. You are watching Studio Time, and I'll catch you on the next one.